Temasken. I'm so happy that our Eritrean brothers and Ethiopians are together here. I grew up with a lot of Eritreans, and I am so happy about this. And I want to congratulate you, and I believe next year we'll all be here celebrating our victory.
Yes.
If you can hear me say, we will win. We will prevail. So today, I really want to start and talk to you from my heart. Let's just remember those people that vanished because of their ethnicity and wiped out by hideous criminals, TPLF. Let's remember them and let there be remembered forever. Today, let history be made in their memory, and may God bless their souls and comfort their families. And as Bahailu said, this is a very historic place where the United Nations was first formed, and Ethiopia was part of that. But before that, in 1936, Emperor Haile Selassie spoke before the League of Nations as a diaspora, and he pled with the rest of the nation to support him in the war against the Italians. And so today, my speech is not so much to lecture you, everything has been said, but I want to implore you to be active. Active diaspora community can make a big difference. And I want to draw a parallel to the current experience, specifically to the War of Adwa, the first war. And I want you to seriously think about that and deliberately do an effective activism through Twitter campaign. Get a Twitter account. It's easy. It's easy. And follow us on Glen Ethiopian and also Unity for Ethiopia. You know, in the War of Adwa, our ancestors died defending Ethiopia. And all of you here represented today, your ancestors died to defend Ethiopia from a common enemy. And at that time, the common enemy was the Italians. But ladies and gentlemen, this time the common enemy is from within. It is TPLF. They came to power almost 30 years ago. Immediately, they put together a constitution based on ethnic federalism. Can you imagine which one of us here are not mixed in ethnicity? Which one of us? My two beautiful daughters over there are a product of three ethnic groups, the Tigray, the Oromo, and the Amhara. Now, they're telling us to divide ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Then that means we have to literally take a knife, cut ourselves in two, cut ourselves in three. We can't do that. We won't surrender. We won't surrender to ethnic federalism. So I want to implore you again to work as an activist. And the genocide they committed for the 27 years have been mentioned here. There is no such a thing as Western Tigray, by the way. I want to remind you, that was not Western Tigray. That belonged to Gondar until 1992. And they took it from them. And they committed genocide against the Amhara people. They verified them for centuries, set them up for ethnic alienation. They committed crimes in Metekel, in Walaga, in Bishangol, and also the Anwak people of the Gambela region. And that's a fact, and it's documented. So, you know about ONEG, right? Well, ONEG has been around for a long time, haven't they? But how come all of a sudden ONEG is becoming a mercenary, going around killing all Amharas and all other ethnics? TPLF is financing that. So there is more reason for us to fight our Adwa. Adwa, as I said earlier, was fought by every single one of your ancestors. And when they lay down on the ground bleeding, it's attacked by the Italians. Never have our ancestors ever believed that their children and grandchildren will be uprooted from their homeland. and will be thrown out and will be killed and murdered just for ethnicity, just because they're Amara, just because they're Gambela. Never. They never envisioned that. They died in vain, ladies and gentlemen. We have to fight our Adwa. So I implore you, you know that 27 years ago they did ethnic elimination of almost the ethnic groups that they didn't like. And recently, when Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed wanted to negotiate with him in his Christianly way, they refused. They went and armed themselves in Tigray region. They attacked Bahir Dar, and they also attacked the sovereign state, the sovereign nation of Eritrea. And now, what is a sovereign country to do? In the an insurrectionist here in January 6th attacked the capital, and if a southern state will rise up and wants to attack the northern state in America, will they just sit idle? No, they will fight. They will fight. They will defend their country, and this is what we did. And so what amazes me is when the TPLF attacked Bahir Dar and Eritrea, the United States was watching them. Yeah, and you know how? Because they have the satellite, they see it. Don't you know they know? Yes, they know. Yes, and don't you know that they know that the TPLF was the most corrupt government for 27 years? Yes, they know. And don't you know that intelligence has it is that the TPLF stole over $30 billion from the mouth of the poor? Don't they know? Yes, they know. And also, my brother Diakon Yosef Teferi worked on HR 128. You know what that bill is? That bill is to eradicate corruption in the TPLF government. And guess what? 100% of Congress signed on. They signed it into law a couple of years ago. Look up HR 128. And now, do you believe they signed that law without knowing? So I want you to listen to me. I want the media to listen to me. I want the U.S. Congress to listen to me. I want CNN to listen to me. Yes, you know. Yes, you know. Yes, you know. Yes, you know. And we know that you know. 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 But what gave? What gave? Oh, okay, we'll turn our blind eye. And we'll send Mr. Kunisness. Wow. Yeah, of course we know. Yeah, Secretary Blinken. Listen to me, Mr. Biden. An administration before you, Mr. Trump, send his little envoy, send a little treaty, neo-colonial racist treaty. Okay, do you all remember Adwa? What happened in Adwa? Yes, Italy. What did they do? They sent us a fancy treaty written with a beautiful golden pen. Oh, let's send it to Africa. And lo and behold, Tayitu Bitul got up from her seat and she said, what did she say? She said, I am a woman. Woo! I am a woman. Rise up, daughters of Ethiopia. You are the one that's going to deliver Ethiopia to the next generation. Tayitu Bitul got up and said, I am a woman. I am a woman. I don't like war. But I'd rather die. I'd rather go to war and die and than sell my country. Ladies and gentlemen, we will prevail. We will prevail. Because we have the truth. And another Adwa you have right now, it's all about the GERD, you know that, right? They don't want us to feel our water. Yeah, and then Kunz goes back, like I said earlier. Oh yeah, we know that TPLF is a terrorist. We even say it Prime Minister Abiy, can you not fill the dam, please? Woo!
Yes.
Yes, they know.
Yes, they know.
And we know they know. Yes, they know.
Yes, they know.
And we know that they know. Okay? So we have to be advocates. We don't want the neo-colonial racist type of treaty. We are a sovereign country. And I want you to hear me, Mr. Biden. I want you to hear me, Congress. I was, for the last 3 years, a board member of the Marsh Creek Democratic Club. I wrote, I walked, I called, I did everything. I involved my family, my husband right here, my children, everybody that I knew to advocate. I paid my money like you did. Guess what? We took back the Senate.
Yes.
We took back the Senate in Georgia.
Yes.
You are more powerful than you ever know. So today, I want to make a call to the U.S. Congress and say, we will take back Georgia and give it to the Republicans.
Yes.
And Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi will be a minority.
Yep.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So I want
Yes,
you.
we can.
I want you to do me a favor. Please say, I promise you. I promise you.
I promise you.
You're not going to go back from here the same way you came. And I implore you to please call your senators, call your congressmen, and say, Mr. and Mrs. Congress, Senate, I voted for you.
I voted for you.
I gave you Congress.
I gave you Congress.
Help my country.
Help my country.
Help my sovereign Ethiopia.
Help my sovereignty Ethiopia.
But if you don't, I'll vote you out.
I'll put you out.
Ethiopian daughters of Ethiopia, rise up and say, we're coming after you, Mr. Biden.
Biden.
We paid by from our own pockets to support Biden, and we are going to vote him out.
Yes. Vote him out.
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 That's what we do. The Jews do this all the time, and now they want the gird. I'm not even looking at my notes, okay? Because I'm speaking to you from my heart. Ethiopia isn't a cross point. This is so critical. The time that we're in, maybe we are the only ones that are standing in the gap to deliver Ethiopia from the enemy like TPLF, the enemy like Egypt, the enemy like Sudan. It is all about gird.
It's all about good.
It's all about gird.
It's all about good.
So now this is our Adwa. We're going to participate in tweeting, Facebook, advocacy, calling, doing everything. Text banking, phone banking. We have to do it, and we will win.
We will win.
We the people.
We the people.
We get Ethiopia back.
We get Ethiopia back.
We're not going to let them destroy us. And in the War of Adwa, what happened with King Menelik and Tayitu right before they marched and faced the glorious army of the Italians? What did they do? The first and foremost thing, they went to the church at 4 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very spiritual people. In every religion, Muslim, Christians, this is in our consciousness. But the European education has taken that away from us. So now we have to pray like them. And I believe Abiy Ahmed is praying. I believe the Eritreans are praying. I believe everyone is praying. So that's how we're going to win. You've seen Ethiopia's enemies gone. Ethiopian enemies are gone. And they went in the morning to pray. And now even the Amhara people, the Christian Amhara people, when they're being chased from their village, and when they're going out from their village and being chased from the village, guess what they have in their bosom? The Bible. The Bible, Book of David. You come to us with power. But we are David. We are like King David. He killed Goliath. David killed Goliath. He put down the giant. The Lord God was with him. That's how Ethiopia will win. And the people go up in the mountains and say, my enemies are around me, but the Lord has prepared a table before me in front of my enemies. The Lord has prepared a table before me in front of my enemies. And my enemies are going to be
give her a hand,
gone.
give her a hand.
They're gone.
Give her a hand.
We will prevail. We will prevail.
Yes,
We will prevail. Ethiopia ለዘላለም ትኑር።
አሜን አሜን አሜን። እናመሰግናለን። እባካችሁ ለወይዘሮ አስኳል አንድ ጊዜ የሞራል ጭብጨባ